Okay, friend, reject me. That's why I'm here. Okay, let's be honest. Maybe I'm not here for that. But do you ever do just random stuff simply to see what happens? You ever set out in search of the big no or the big R for rejection? And most of us would rather have a root canal or a cold sore breakout than suffer through even the slightest form of rejection. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately as I've been breaking some different molds in my life and taking steps to reach out, meet new people, and really, focus on some personal growth. So that's part of this whole series is me touching base with you in a way that is unusual and foreign to me. And it comes with that risk. So I've been reading up on it, a book called Rejection Proof by Jiang. He talks about how he would be inclined as a prospective entrepreneur and inventor to reject his own ideas before you got the chance to reject them. Those tendencies that we have towards things that might prevent us from trying in order to avoid that fear of judgment that we've touched on in other shorts. So, how often have you failed to take a risk to avoid the risk of failing? I guess I wanted to try. I suppose that's why I'm here. Wouldn't say that it's getting easier or more difficult. It's certainly different. Luck, timing, and opportunity. Nothing to lose. Just tonight, I'm at the store with my son. We're buying seasonal stuff. Tall, slender woman with deep, dark red hair, long red hair past her shoulders, and even deeper bronze hazel eyes to match. Just above the obligatory mask, of course, here in Oregon, which, incidentally, people have some beautiful eyes out there. And I'm talking about men and women alike. Without the masks, we were more interested in other things, perhaps, when it came to that. And on a tangent, I found some real value in making eye contact with people in ways that we now have permission to because we have the masks on. So, before I digress too far, she had tattoos, and they were difficult to make out, but they looked equally beautiful and intriguing. And when I was trying to work out how I might pay her a simple compliment with a smile and maybe a bit of a harmless flirt, she turned toward me and her hair moved, and I caught a glimpse of what I thought was a guitar pick necklace. Okay, so it may have been more than just a guitar pick on a chain. It happened to be attached to a studded leather collar. Yeah, right. So there it was, a simple question that nearly fell out of my mouth. This is without a second thought. Is that a guitar pick? Didn't ask about the hair, didn't compliment the eyes or the tattoos. I didn't talk about the things that she was by her physical characteristics, but I noticed something about her that she chose to adorn with. And despite the fact that we'd already stood in line for 15 minutes, my son and I, just to reach her register, and the fact that the line hadn't gotten any shorter behind us, she proceeded to make that eye contact with me and to tell her story about the pick, where it came from, why it was relevant, how much she loved heavy metal and hard rock music, and in particular female artists. Being a metal fan myself of sorts, it was really easy to converse with her. And with just a few words, a couple of questions, she could tell that our shared interest was authentic. Right? That wasn't just a poser. It was one of those moments where the context slips away. I mean, there may as well have been virtually no one else in the entire building. I mean, I even started to get a little bit self-conscious. I glanced at the three other women who were working the registers. I'm like, there was no way in hell I was looking behind me at that line of people. I mean, my son and I were there to buy one item, and she refused to ring it up. She put her hand on it and talked. And I noticed that the hand that she put on it wasn't wearing the ring, in that one spot. So, based on our shared interest, I stated quite simply, I'd like to get to know you better. Holy shit, she rattled off her Instagram along with her favorite local bands. It just so happens that one of them is her boyfriend's band. Then she proceeded to grab a post it note and write down all of the information. She also let me know that she's in management at the store, gave us a nice discount on the item, her initials on the receipt, just in case we might need to return it. I guess that's probably why she didn't feel a whole lot of pressure from her coworkers. So, why am I telling you this? Why is it even relevant? Well, it has to do with just doing something random, finding a person, right? Talk to them, take that chance. And I just asked and proceeded as if. How many times don't we do just the opposite? How many times do you allow your manners or your frame of conformity that society would have you bear? How many times does that get in the way of you doing something fun, something random? How many times do we let that fear of rejection prevent us from even trying? I don't have all the answers, friend. And I don't know if that made any sense to you at all. Again, it's part of the reason I'm here is to break those habits that are holding me back, have held me back in certain areas of my life. I'm here to share the journey with you, to spark some conversation and, maybe some shared interest. So, what did you do today that was random? Did you invite the potential for rejection into your life? If you did, I'd be happy to hear about it. Tell me your story. I probably won't reject it. Well, at any rate, you've got my take, friend. What say you?